I have one question. Despite all this, I don't know if I should say misfortunes that you have gone through, but unfortunately, I can see that you still really have the motivation to help, because there was once a time you told me you wanted to start an NGO to help those who are traveling, those who travel, those who just arrive in your country, who don't really know how to start. So you can actually start an NGO to help these people, to at least make them to understand the system. So, what is it that is really motivating you to help people, even if those you have helped tries to hurt you or sabotage you? What is the engine that is motivating you?
Uh, for me personally, I believe that you don't grow alone, right? I am a product of somebody's good deed. Like somebody at some point felt the need to pour into me, and I am a big believer of paying it forward. So if I see that I can make something better for you, I would do everything within my power to make sure that I do that. If I have had a bad experience and learned from it, I don't want you to repeat that same mistake that I made before you learn. I try to make sure that that mistake that I have made become a lesson that I learn from and that you can also benefit from. So in my opinion, it doesn't matter how many times I try to pull someone and they disappoint me, I'm still going to try again. If I see the next person who is open to it or who needs something that I have, I just want us to be better together, because I believe in me trying to get you better, I get myself better. That's what I believe in.
Exactly.
The more I try to do something for you is the more I master that thing. And in the course of you learning, you have your own ideas or your own views about that thing that I can also learn from. So I believe in learning through teaching, or pulling others also mean I'm pulling myself up.
Hmm. Unfortunately, as you have rightly said, you believe in collective growth, like you are the product of someone's good deed.
Yeah.
So now, unfortunately, we know that the majority still have this stingy mindset that, oh, me and me and me alone. Okay, now what can we actually do to make our brothers and sisters understand that we have to die together as one, just like the Chinese, just like the Jews, just like the Asians, So what can we actually do in order to make people to change this mindset, to to endorse the growth mindset, like learning mindset, helping mindset?
Okay. Um, First, I want to say that it has to start with every individual, in my opinion, because if you do not see yourself different,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot pour out something that you do not have. So I think we should encourage that idea of having people invest in themselves, invest in their thoughts, how they see themselves, because we cannot change a system if the people within the system are broken, right? We are going to end up breaking the system all over again. So it starts with encouraging every individual, every youth, like even from the stage of a child, teaching kids those positive affirmations, how they talk to themselves, how they see themselves. If a kid grows up saying, I'm not enough, always a sad person, that's the narrative they tell themselves. Eventually, they start projecting that on others. That's how they see others. They feel like everybody should be like that. And it's the same thing for an adult. You tell yourself you're not good enough, you're not good enough. You tell yourself you're nothing, you carry yourself like nothing.
Exactly.
But if you tell yourself that I am good enough, I believe in me, I'm confident that I can do this, I want to become this, and I know it's possible, you will not be threatened by the presence of other people first. And that makes it easy for you to collaborate and work with others well. But then if you feel like, oh, I'm too small, I can't fit in this room, this is too much of a big space for me to fit in, I have nothing to contribute to the space, you're going to feel that way, you're going to act that way, and you cannot collaborate with other people.
Exactly.
So I guess the big thing here is starting with changing every individual's mindset. And then also, again, I still strongly believe that conversations that we have about ourselves and our communities shape the way we interact with each other. We have to start changing the narratives of how we do things. Like you see, a lot of people out here, actually, it's not even about the mindset of not wanting to collaborate because they have the scarcity mindset. That's not it for some people. For some people, they understand that they have the resources. And sometimes your ability to grow and make it big does not depend on whether you have money or whether you are educated and all of that. They have that mindset of, oh, if I believe it, I can make it happen. But then when it comes to collaborating with other people, there is that fear of being misjudged, of being called proud. Oh, you want to say you're being a witty. You try to do something for somebody, and all they can see is that, oh, you're showing off. You want to prove that you're better than them, and there is this jealousy, and to a certain extent, jealousy can go to hurting people. That's what makes some people shy away from, oh, okay, you know what, I'm going to keep it to myself. Not necessarily the scarcity mindset as well. So I don't want to share. I don't want to be called proud. I don't want to be labeled something that I'm not, so I'm not going to share. But at some point, we all have to break out of that if we want to see our community do better. We have to come together, start understanding that when somebody is saying, hey, I have done this, I am doing this for myself and it's working and I'm better and I want to show you the way, it's not coming from a boastful place. Sometimes that person is just genuinely happy to see you be better and they want to show you what they did. They want to share their resources with you. So have an open mind. Listen. Take what you can take from it and see if it makes you better or not. Do not just say, oh, you're too proud. You think that you're better than me because you think that you have this. That means that you can tell me what to do. No, they're not telling you what to do. They are sharing experiences with you. Have an open mind, listen to it and see where it takes you.
Exactly. So now there is one question I want to ask you. In Africa, when we have a problem, we think about, the first thing we think about asking for help. You know, when we have a financial problem, we think about asking for help. If we don't have the help, if we ask for help and we don't have the help, we'll think about borrowing the money. Even if we don't have the means to pay back, we'll just borrow. We no plans to pay back, but we'll just borrow. Then, if there is no way to go about, we blame the government. I'm not saying that the government is good. I'm just saying what is going on. The act of asking for help creates dependency, you know. So once we remove money and give to someone to help that person, in other way, we are making that person to be dependent. We are making that person not to be able to work hard. That is the reality. People may not like what I say, but that is it. So what do you think about this mindset that we have? Like, we call someone in the diaspora and ask either for money or for loan or blame the government.
Helping is not a bad thing per se. But then it becomes what we define as help. There's enabling and there's helping. You, as the person with more resources or more exposure, you know better, right? I think you should have that discernment to know when to help somebody and to know when you're beginning to enable a bad habit in them. So, for example, if you call me and say, hey, I am in this situation and I need this or this, can you borrow me this? I might do it the first time, but then you come to me a second time. In my mind, I start thinking, okay, how can we get you out of this? What is it that you have that can actually get you to a place where you don't need to borrow? I like to empower. So instead of, okay, enabling every time you come to me, you need money, I'm going to give you money. On that day that I'm not able to give you, what's going to happen? Africans, again, it still comes down to the mindset where they believe life happens to them. They have no say in what they're doing. Like, you don't have to be in America or France or Europe or in the diaspora or out of Cameroon to make it. There is opportunity. But then people start taking, oh, for me to be successful, it means I have to drive this car that this person is driving. You try to live above your means. You start defining success as something that is impossible for you to achieve. Whereas within your environment where you are, there are things that you can do that can actually help you to live a life that's comfortable and sustainable. But then we do not think that way. Maybe our educational system had taught us that surviving or being successful rather means that you have to go to school, back some degrees, and then become a medical doctor, become a lawyer, become a nurse. All those white-collar jobs are what is defined as success. So those things that you're skilled in that can actually help you to live a comfortable life, we ignore them. Your mind does not process that as something that can help you thrive. It focuses on what you've been taught. And we are not very accustomed to flushing out what we have been taught and learning something new. We do not like learning. We do not like change. So we stay in that one place and we vent about the government. We vent about everything not going well. We think, oh, those that have it are very lucky people. No, they had to work hard to get there. So teaching those people how to, be better, I guess, understanding that I might have gone to school to be a biochemical engineer, but I'm also a very excellent hair braider. It doesn't mean that I'm going to continue looking for a job in something that I cannot find, and I ignore the opportunities that I'm seeing every day with people asking me to do their hair that can actually feed me, put food on my table, and potentially start a biochemical engineering business for me.
Take a doctorate to go and braid hair.
Yeah, it's the mentality that the community has defined for them, and everybody is feeding into it. I guess part of the problem too is what we define as education in Africa too. We feel being educated means you have to be called a doctor. You have to know. There are people who have never seen the four walls of a classroom, but then they are very educated. They are very successful people.
Okay.
They leverage what they have. They use their skills. The millionaires of our world today, do you think that most of them are thriving because they went to school and studied how to be a millionaire? No. It's what their minds believed in,
Okay.
what they took action on, the skills they have, they harnessed. But we do not harness our skills in Africa.